Welcome back to part two of Spoken Label with Mandy N instead of Andy N because Andy N is the guest.
Andy N's been kidnapped and dragged screaming into this today.
Yeah. And now we're going to force him to read an extract of his book.
Yeah, no, let's go for it then, okay? Okay, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, okay, guys. It goes, yes, this is an extract from Death, okay? It's the first page in the bit. I know where and when exactly I died, almost as well as I know when and where I was born. I know when the sun rose for the first time when I was placed in my mother's arms, and she looked at me amazed at the love that only a mother has, like I know when was the last time I breathed out for the final time and fell to the ground, knowing I was never going to walk for the meadows again with the sun on my back, let alone see my family or any of my friends ever again. I know it was 12 minutes past 12 on the 20th of January in 2013 when I died. Like I know exactly how much cheese I had in my sandwich, which I'd eaten 30 minutes before. Like I know where I was born almost to the very second. I was born 5 to 10 miles away in Park Hospital, now Trafford General, on the 27th of February 1970 to Robert and Helen Nichols, both of whom lived in Edge Lane and the borderlands of Chorlton and Stretford, and had two more children over the next few years after me. Lizzie and another son, Bobby, who was born 9 years after me, almost to the day. I've had chance almost to the very minute. If you research me, you'll see I am the author of 5 full-length novels and 2 films, with 6 close to being completed, and was the owner of Brown Accountants, which I bought with the profits, of the adaptation of my first novel, after I eventually moved back to Chorlton. You'll also see if you looked around, my third novel, Birth, talks about my indie band Siren, which I co-formed when I was 16 and which collapsed when I was about 18 after my girlfriend at the time, Tara, cheated on me with a bass player, and I simply ran away from Chorlton where I live and travelled all over the UK until I came back to Chorlton for the first time in 15 years for Bobby, my brother's wedding, and him and his now wife invited Tara along to the launch. The rest I'll come on to next. On the day I died, I stepped out of our office to head to work. I stupidly decided I wouldn't need my coat, thinking I'd be okay for a little brisk walk, only to then turn back after less than a few moments, when the wind decided to start finally laughing in my face. I then made the same mistake also at lunchtime when I died, when I decided to go out and manage my coat, not realising how chilly it was. I ended up making a sharp exit back to the office, only to then start regretting it the closer I got to where I died again. I remember when the sun came back out, walking past the side of the horse and jockey. I looked at the clouds breaking when the breeze suddenly cut off. I thought to myself, I don't bloody believe it, and threw my coat over my back and thought I'd have to put up with it, only for the coat to at least partly protect me when I hit the floor. The rest I'll come on to shortly. To be continued in the rest of the.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, I can be grim, can't I, sometimes?
Yeah, grim but good.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the repetition is the crunch point there. Like I think it's a good tagline that using that sort of thing twice, anyway. So
It's almost poetic in a way as well.
yeah, I think Bill at that point when I originally started the book, I was really a poet, and that's why it was to follow the rhythm of a poet. The book itself is not always as poetic, but yeah, that was the deliberate point behind it. So
Okay.
yeah, as you can see,
So are
people,
you reading another extract or are we finishing?
where the second extract will be on tick
Yeah.
tock, tick tock,
So
tick tock, tick
you
tock,
have to
tick tock,
find us on TikTok.
tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So yeah, thank you again, Amanda.
You're welcome.
And as Don Callis says, watch out for all those strange men that get killed by that gang of women. And also make sure you check out my death book. My death book, unfortunately, isn't related to Amanda's death book. It would have been, that would have been a very strange
Yeah.
crossover book, that Amanda.
I don't think he says all that though. I don't even think he knows about your book or mine.
No, I don't think he does. No, I don't think he does. Like I said, my poor Andy, he's a nice man. He wouldn't. Amanda's women would have took pity out in him. Do you think so?
Yeah, they wouldn't hurt you. If you leave them alone, you'll be fine. It's a bit
Exactly.
like a bee. As long as you don't bother it, it won't sting you.
Bzz, bzz. Listen, Amanda, thank you again. Okay, seriously. Okay, guys, yes, check us out on TikTok. Okay, see you all soon.